Funny how some folks claim they're too busy for real work, yet find endless time to scroll social media. They prioritize virtual likes over significant tasks, neglecting important duties in favor of the latest online gossip. Their calendars must be fascinating, full of empty spaces where productivity should be. They're experts at dodging responsibility while never missing a chance to post another trivial update. If wasting time was an art, they'd be famous artists. Maybe if they invested that time into something useful, they'd know what being truly busy means. There's always that person who thinks the cinema is their own dining room. They sneak in with snacks that make more noise than the movie's soundtrack. We didn't pay to listen to them crunching and rustling for 2 hours. If they're so hungry, maybe they should eat before the show. Oh, look! Another driver who thinks their car came with invisible turn signals. Must be nice to expect everyone to predict their next move on the road, keeping us on our toes with their sudden swerves and unexpected turns. Who needs predictable driving when surprise maneuvers make every trip an adventure? Oh, you're still wearing those socks with holes? Maybe it's time to acknowledge they're more air than fabric now. I get it, it's loyalty, but holding on to them isn't doing you any favors. Maybe it's time to let them retire gracefully. Your feet might just appreciate the upgrade. We all have that one friend who orders the most expensive dishes, adds appetizers and desserts, then cheerfully suggests that we split the bill evenly. It's amusing how they turn a simple meal into their personal feast, expecting others to cover the extra cost without a second thought. Sharing is caring, but let me tell you, it's just a trap to pay for your part. Don't fall for it. Stopping in the middle of a busy sidewalk? Forget about people trying to get past you. Their schedules can't be that important. It's remarkable how standing still can cause so much inconvenience. Maybe consider moving aside next time, instead of turning yourself into a human traffic cone. The world doesn't revolve around your urgent need to check a message. Light bulbs that flicker endlessly, refusing to fully switch off. Amazing. Just what everyone needs. Unreliable illumination. Can you not simply function as intended? Just pick a side already. Either on or off. This in-between nonsense is not helping anyone. Maybe it's time to replace it with another one that knows how to do its job. Real estate agents and their lens tricks, enlarging rooms and hoping no one catches on. Do they believe visitors won't spot the difference? They must think people are easily deceived. Transparency clearly isn't a priority for them. Misleading photos won't help when buyers see the real space. It's such a pity how they are so convinced their camera can change the facts. Can I ask you something? Because who doesn't love a bit of suspense in their day? It's all peace until that creepy message shows out of nowhere and you're too scared to reply. Calm down, it's just a message. Maybe try reading at least instead of creating drama in your head. Or keep avoiding it, because that always solves everything, doesn't it? So you stop at a red light and you start singing until you realize someone is watching. Nice. Entertaining strangers wasn't on your schedule, was it? Maybe keep the windows up next time and keep the singing for yourself. When you drop something, pick it up and drop it again immediately. That's one way to keep the floor entertained. Perhaps you're just making sure gravity is still working. Keep it up. You're really giving that object the ride of its life. Who knows? Maybe you're on to the next big trend in object manipulation. Your computer freezes right before you save your work? Brilliant. All that effort gone because you couldn't be bothered to save earlier. Maybe if you paid attention and saved more frequently, you wouldn't be starting over from scratch. But hey, expecting you to plan ahead is clearly too much. Honestly, I don't get why fast food is always served so hot. Sure, the goal is to cook fast and feed the masses, but guess what? I'm still blowing on fries like birthday candles. So whether I wait for it to cool down or you take an extra minute to cook it at a reasonable temperature, it ends up being the same waiting time. So, young man, I hear you want to marry my daughter. Tell me, what do you do for a living? I'm a waiter, sir. Ah, a waiter, I see. Well, you seem like a nice guy, but I think you should look for someone else to marry. May I ask what your daughter does for a living? She's a flight attendant. Oh, really? Well, sir, we're both waiters. I'm a waiter on the ground and she's a waiter in the sky. Being elevated doesn't make one better. Scissors that can't even cut paper? Seriously? A tool that can't perform its sole function is just ridiculous. Did you find them in the discount bin nobody wants? Maybe rethink buying stuff from dubious sources. Even looking at them is a waste of time. Next time, invest in quality rather than these useless decorations. Using a fork and knife on a burger? Really? Some people just don't get it. Burgers are designed to be picked up and eaten, not cut into tiny pieces. Just grab it with your hands and take a bite. Drop the utensils and stop overcomplicating a simple meal. Embrace the way it's supposed to be enjoyed. People who take forever looking for the perfect table are unbearable. They make you regret going out with them. Doesn't matter what table you suggest, they always find the dumbest reason to say no. Too dark, too crowded, too tight, I don't like cats. Come on, just pick something. Butter on both sides? Some folks can't enjoy toast the simple way. They must complicate breakfast, turning every bite into a greasy overload. Might as well dunk the whole slice in butter and be done with it. I'm sick of people who can't resist Googling mid-conversation just to prove you wrong. They find joy in turning discussions into fact-checking sessions instead of listening like a normal person. Do you really have to verify every statement? Jesus! There is nothing wrong with being wrong. It's only wrong when you make a big deal out of it. Oh, look! Someone is taking selfies instead of working out. They use the gym as a backdrop for photo shoots while everyone is sweating. Ironically, the only thing getting a workout is their phone's camera. And don't get me started on the simps who keep flexing their glorified muscles, hoping to attract girls. Pathetic. Automatic soap dispensers that don't detect your hand are wonderful. They add excitement to washing your hands. Waving endlessly at a sensor that pretends you don't exist is a great way to spend time. Who doesn't enjoy gesturing wildly for a bit of soap? Google Maps promises a swift 5-minute drive, but traffic insists on turning it into a prolonged expedition. Now you get to explore every song on the radio, count the number of streetlights, and reconsider your entire schedule for the day. All thanks to that optimistic estimate. When your mother unexpectedly travels to see you, it's like that surprise test we all used to have at school, when you were not prepared already. She bursts in unannounced, catching you mid-snack. She starts inspecting the house inch by inch, examining every corner for even a hint of dust. You rush to conceal the clutter, but she already sees it all. Enjoy being invaded in your own comfort zone, being forced to hear lectures about living responsibly because even Mowgli lived better than you. So you work overtime and you brag about it, huh? Wow. I didn't know poor time management could be a lifestyle. Maybe if you worked smarter, you wouldn't have to skip relaxation to stay at a desk. But hey, keep flexing your burnout like a badge of honor. You sent, "Can't wait to hold you tonight" to your dad instead of your girlfriend? Now he's replying with, see you at home? Family dinners are about to get real interesting. Maybe double check before texting next time.